What is up for all you newcomers? If you don't know me by now, I'm Mr. Bradley, and I am here with the one, the only, my great co-host and best friend of the show, T-Ball.
What's up, YouTubers? Welcome to the Heated Waves podcast here in the Heated Waves studio.
Yep.
Like you said, I'm your boy T-Ball. Gonna come at you with some recap and our next week's picks. So these would be our week 7 picks.
Yup.
And we will get those to you, let you know who we got.
Who's in, who's
see
out.
what we got going on here. Who are we going to start off with first, Mr. Bradley?
We're going to go with the shitty-ass 0-5 Dolphins going into the surprisingly 4-1 Bills. The only loss they have are the Patriots. Let's just say Dolphins are tanking. They're ranked 31st in offense, 32nd in defense. Their passing's 31st, and their rushing's 31st. So I think it's a pretty easy pick for me. It's the Bills here. They're going to get it done. They're just kind of steamrolling teams too and playing really good defense. They got a number 3 ranked defense, and I don't think the Bills are going to let me down this week, T-Ball.
Yeah, their offense is looking just as good as their defense. Like you said, their defense third, but on the rush, they're actually ranked 6th.
Nice.
And offensively, they're ranked 10th. So
yeah,
they're getting
that's
it done
surprising.
on offense and defense. So, yeah, this should be a no-brainer for the Bills, especially with them being at home. I think, like you said, it should be a steamroll.
Yeah.
Maybe the Dolphins are just trying to get some draft picks or something.
Absolutely.
Not sure what's going on with that ball club there. But, yeah, I got the Bills winning at home this week.
Easy game. And just to go over our week 6 picks, we are overall, T-Ball is 46-30-1, and yours truly is 47-29-1. So I got you by one game after 6 weeks of football.
I thought I had some pretty good picks.
We're just neck and neck, bud. But
So the next game we got for you guys is the Jaguars going into the Bengals. The Bengals are 0-6. Jaguars aren't looking too hot at a 2-4 record. Last time the Bengals beat the Jags was back in 2014.
Jesus.
So it's been a while for the Bengals, and it's definitely not looking good 0-6. But with the loss of Jalen Ramsey officially, and with some obviously stirring upstairs, I think this is going to be the Bengals' first win at home.
What?
Yes, I do not think the Bengals are going to be 0-7. They will beat the Jaguars in a close ball game at home.
I cannot possibly agree with that. They haven't even played Jalen Ramsey the last 3 weeks.
Don't matter.
It doesn't matter. They haven't played him. Their fucking offense is ranked 26th. Their defense can't do anything. They're ranked 31st. And you got a middle of the pack Jaguars at 15th or 16th ranked offense.
Bengals got their passing together, and the Jaguars' defense isn't that good. So if the Bengals can just throw, I think the Bengals definitely have a chance. Now, if rushing the ball is going to be a different story for the Bengals.
Well, they have a chance. Everybody's got a chance. But I'm saying you got a 26th ranked offense in the Bengals and a 23rd ranked defense. I'm going to go by the numbers, and I'm going to pick the Jags. I think Minshew's going to get it done this week. He had not a very good game last week at all, but he was playing a tough team. All right, next game, Vikings at Lions. Lions fans are just complaining about the Packers game. Oh, that should be overturned, the penalties, blah, blah, blah. Moving on, they're going to play a pretty tough, 4-2 Minnesota team that's just coming in and beating some good teams here this week.
Trying to get hot.
But the Vikings are 0-2 versus divisional opponents this year, and this is going to be a tough game for them to go into Detroit and win. Detroit's not just going to let that happen. But I'll throw it to you first, Tebow.
Well, you got to think about this. If you look up the last 3 matches that the Vikings have played the Lions, they've blown them out of the water in all 3 matchups. So, in my opinion, this Vikings team looking as hot as they do, I think they're going to go into the Lions' den here and just pick it apart, steal their lunch money. That wide receiver core is looking real good right now.
Monster game for Diggs last week.
They're only 25th in the passing, though, so I think they're just having a little bit of ups and downs right there, but they're 3rd in rushing, so I think
defense.
their offense is going to put a hurt on that Lions defense, and I think the Vikings get this division win pretty easy, at least by 14.
I don't think it's going to be an easy game. These division games are always good in the NFC North.
True.
I'm going to go with the Lions this week, just on the sure fact that I know they're pissed off from us beating them last week, and they're not going to lose 2 division games back-to-back. And the Vikings really aren't that great of a team. They have a 5th-ranked defense. That's what's keeping them in this ball game. 11th-ranked offense versus a 13th-ranked offense in the Lions. This is going to be a good game. It's going to be close. It'll be like the Packers and Lions game, but I got the Lions.
So the next game coming at you guys is the Oakland Raiders coming into our boys, the Green Bay Packers.
Lambeau
Green Bay
Field.
Packers sitting hot at 5-1. Raiders 3-2 right now. The Packers are the only team the Raiders have not beaten since returning to Oakland in 1995.
Whoa, 0-5.
So it's not looking good for the Raiders. I just don't see them beating Green Bay at home. They got another game. They're coming off a hot win last week. I just feel like not only is our offense a lot better than theirs, but as far as defensively, I feel like it's a pretty even match there. And if you make it a defensively evened match team with the Green Bay Packers, that means Aaron Rodgers is going to go after you big time. So watch out there. Shout out to boy Nick Nitro. Sorry, I know you've been talking shit, but Packers going to spank that ass, bud. Mr. Bradley, who you got on this one?
Well, not to piggyback off you, but Packers have won 7 straight versus the Raiders.
Word.
That fares very well. Being at home helps.
Yeah, big time.
And like what I was saying, piggybacking off you, talking about if it's going to be a defensive game and they're pretty evenly matched, I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers over Derek Carr any day in that matchup, right? That's what you got to do, right?
Yeah, you definitely got to take that matchup.
That's the better arm. That's the better talent. Smarter player, better player, obviously. Again, sorry, Nick Nitro, but got to go with the Packers. I'm telling you, the Packers have. It's a tough but easy schedule this year. It's hard to explain that, but it is a tough matchups they have, but they've made them look easy if you think about it. And Rodgers doesn't even have to really throw it right now. He has 2 picks on the year. Yeah, he's got 2 interceptions and only 8 touchdowns. But those two interceptions were off our drop balls, off tip passes, off their own receivers. So really, he'd have none. And he's getting it done. And the Packers will on Sunday at noon. I'll be watching that game right before I have to go to work. Go Pack, go.
Go.
All right, next game we got is Rams, who are struggling, lost the last 3 going into the Falcons, in which you've dropped 5 of 6 games. And you got Matt Ryan out here second in the league with passing yards, 72% completion on his passes, throwing 15 touchdowns, and they're losing 5 games. That's crazy to me. This is kind of such an even matchup. Yeah, the Rams just got Jalen Ramsey. He's been practicing. They're hoping he's going to play by Sunday. I think that's going to turn this team, defensive back-wise around. I see the Rams getting this win here. I just don't like the Falcons anymore. They're terrible this year. I don't get it. Like, Matt Ryan's doing all the work and Julio Jones, but then it's like defense is giving up everything. What do you think, T-Ball?
Yeah, like you said, Mr. Bradley, he's second in. You said he's second in the league in passing.
Behind Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, they have a number 7 offense. That's tough to see those type of numbers, and they're having a 1-5 record like
26 defense.
But yeah, it's unfortunate to see them go down the way they're going down, especially coming off of last year, having a pretty good season. Maybe this is a rebuild mode for Matt Ryan. I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to get some draft picks in since they just gave him a whole bunch of money.
Maybe.
But I think, the Rams overall have them outmatched. Even though they've lost 3, they're still top 15 in offense and defense. They're 6th in the pass, but I think their main problem the Rams are having right now is they are not rushing the ball very well.
No.
They're in 22nd, I think, in the league in rushing. That's not good if you want to win ball games, especially when you have somebody like you do in the backfield.
Todd the God.
Not getting it done.
He's
not
injured.
Sure what's going on over there. I guarantee if you start getting him going, the Rams are going to start winning some ball games. The Rams are going to take this one away from the Atlanta Falcons.
Absolutely.
All right, next game for you guys is the 4-2 Texans versus the 3-2 Colts. First place matchup right here in this division. Battle for first. This should be a pretty interesting game. The Texans are looking decent.
They beat the Chiefs.
They did. I did not think that was going to happen.
Shut down Mahomes.
But I think the thing is because they're in the top 5 in rushing, I think that's what happened with the Chiefs there. They couldn't shut
no
down
defense.
the run. The short passing game is just not out there. The Texans have a pretty solid offense as well. But I think the Colts at home in this situation, with it being a divisional game, I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog. I have some faith in the Colts here. I think the faith is going to come through, and the Colts are going to take this one from the Texans.
Well, this is going to be a running game because, like you said, number 5 rushing offense for the Texans, number 4 for Marlon Mack's running offense in the Indianapolis Colts, and that seems to what's been getting it done lately.
The Colts also killed the Chiefs with the run.
Well, they got no run defense, so that's the problem. But I'm going to have to go with the Texans here because they're on a hot streak. They beat a very talented Chiefs team. Very talented team. I know P. Holmes is hurt and just got hurt, on Thursday Night Football, which is sad because I got him on fantasy and I just love the guy. He's a great player. Texans are going to come into Indianapolis and steal this game. If Deshaun Watson plays like he did last week, he looked amazing. And their defense looked real good. They were stopping Mahomes, rattling him up. I don't see why they can't do it to Jacoby Brissett. Now, the last time these two did match up against each other, Deshaun Watson and Jacoby Brissett, was back in October of 31st on Halloween of all nights of 2015 in a bowl game or in a college football game that totaled a combined 97 points. So you might see a shootout here. 97 points. There might be a shootout here in this game, but I still got to go with the Texans. I think the Texans can take this game and put up 30 points against this Colts defense. All right, next game is San Francisco, who is surprisingly still undefeated. That defense is looking killer. 5-0. They're going to go play the 1-5 who just got a win, Redskins at Redskins. I got to stick with Jimmy G and that defense. They're getting it done. The San Francisco 49ers defense is going to eat up whoever's at quarterback. Fucking Colt McCoy, fucking Dwayne Haskins, or whoever. And, I like the 49ers here. T-Ball, what about you?
Yeah, this pretty solid 49ers team. They're looking really good right now.
Finally.
The Redskins just haven't been able to get it together over the last couple of years. So, yeah, easy pick. 49ers got this one wrapped up.
Yeah, and I think this is all due to the fact over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, the 49ers have been rebuilding this team because they have not been good over the last 3 or 4 years.
No. Yeah, look out for Bosa. He's definitely going to be a solid player for them for a while. We're going to move on to the next game. It's going to be my lame of the week in the Arizona Cardinals at New York Giants.
I take offense to that, by the way.
Two very sloppy teams. I'm not excited for this game. Both teams have some shitty numbers here, but looking at the Cardinals' offense ranked 9th, that's a little surprising there. But
right.
Easy pick for me on this one. New York Giants and Daniel Jones are going to take away from the Cardinals.
I don't like that you were kind of talking shit about this being a lame of the week because my boy Saquon's back. Saquon's back. Motherfucking quads of thunder. He's ridiculous. He's going to come back with a fucking vengeance. He said there's no way he's sitting out this game. I got to stick with what you said. The Giants are going to get this win. This is going to be a tough game, though, for him because the Cardinals actually have a pretty good defense. It doesn't show on the stat chart with that number 30, but they've stopped some good teams. But I don't think they can stop Saquon. He's been itching to come back, and he's going to run all over him from 100 yards. Guarantee it. All right, here we go. 2-4 Chargers coming into Tennessee at 2-4. This is my lame of the week because both these teams are just not doing what they're supposed to. And why I call it the lame of the week, the Chargers should not be 2-4. And another reason why it's the lame of the week, Marcus Mariota's getting benched for Ryan fucking Tannehill. You joking me? Are they trying to tank now? So, T-Ball, I'm interested who the fuck you got because this is a weak-ass game.
I mean, yeah, both 2-4 teams. The Titans always piss me off when they're at home and they lose because they're always, stellar at home. But always somehow when I pick them, they tend to fucking lose. Defensively, even matchup, but across the other board, it's just and not living up to how they really play football. I think this might be a pretty exciting game, and it might be pretty high scoring.
No. Can't agree.
Hey, yeah, you better fucking agree.
Can't do it?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the road team here. I'm taking the Chargers. I think Phillip Rivers is much better than Ryan Tannehill. Now, I know you don't like Ryan Tannehill.
He's garbage.
But Ryan Tannehill was at Miami, and the Titans' offense is much better than it was at any point in Ryan Tannehill's career in Miami.
True.
So I think Ryan
pick the
Tannehill is
Titans.
going to do pretty good.
Then pick the
but
Titans.
No, Phillip Rivers is better than Tannehill, so I'm going strictly off of that since the defenses are going to be – it's going to be who's the better quarterback in this one since the defenses are so good.
Yeah, 7th and 8th ranked defenses, but I'm going to go with the Chargers as well because I read a stat that the Chargers have won 11 of the last 12 games versus the Titans, including the playoffs. I'm going to stick with that stat. Stats never lie. Give me the Chargers. I don't even really know what else to talk about at this game. They won't give Melvin Gordon more touches.
Right?
I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if they're trying to keep him fresh so they can sign him and they don't want an injured signing. But these are two good defenses. But I'm going to go with the better offense with the Chargers like you. They have the 4th best fucking passing offense. So,
all right, guys, we got this next one here is my game of the week. New Orleans Saints at 5-1 against the Chicago Bears 3-2. Top 6 defense, number 6 in defense the Bears are right now.
the Bears.
This one was super hard for me because Teddy Bridgewater is hard to put your faith in, but with him being on a 5-1 team right now,
He doesn't have to do much.
The last 7 of his 8 road games, so it's a tough place to go into Bears Stadium and Soldier Field and win there, and it's gonna probably be cold as fuck too. Oh God, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Saints. I think I'm gonna play it safe, go with the Saints. Hopefully they can go into Chicago and get a win. If they do, it's gonna be barely.
Yeah, this is another tough game. I like your game of the week pick because this is as sad as it is. I know the Chicago Bears only have a 30th ranked offense, but look, they have a tremendous defense. When you have a tremendous defense, it kind of balances out that shitty offense most of the time. But I don't like Trubisky. I don't like Teddy Bridgewater. I don't really know who's better at this point. I mean, Bridgewater has never really been good, and Trubisky last year played pretty decent. But this year he's just not playing good, and I don't like it. It's very hard to pick a 10th ranked defense and a 6th ranked defense, but 2 shitty offenses that are ranked 22nd or lower. I don't have faith in Teddy Bridgewater, but I don't want to pick the Bears. But I think the Bears are going to steal this one at home. And I'm just going to have to go with the Bears.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice.
Just for one, so I don't have to pick the same one as you. But look, Saints can't keep relying on their defense to win these games, and that's what's going to fucking fuck up here. The Bears are going to get after Teddy Bridgewater, and he's not going to know what's coming. He hasn't faced a real good defense like this yet.
He's going to have a tough time.
And next game is the Ravens at 4-2 coming into Seattle at 5-1. Man, they're just getting it done this year. These are 2 great teams, 2 great offenses, top 5 ranked offenses.
You're going to make me start first?
Absolutely. This is a good game.
I think you're going to pick your boy Russell the Hustle, so I'm going to go with Baltimore coming in with a way better defense. He's going to get after your boy there, and I think he's going to have a real tough time in this. Ravens coming in on the road. Earl Thomas returning to Seattle for the first time in a while. I think it's going to be a good game, but the Ravens are going to just basically roll over your boy over there. So, Ravens, baby.
No, never more. Russell the Hustle has beat them the last 3 times they've played. This is a great game. This is my game of the week because you have the number 1 offense with the Ravens. They have the number 1 running offense. That's going to be hard to stop. That right there. Lamar Jackson, I told you at the beginning of the season, before it started, that Lamar Jackson, my bold prediction was he's going to have 1,000 yards rushing. I think he's at 400 right now. And that's through 6 games. We got 16 games to go. That's 10 more games. I think he's going to get it. But I don't think he's going to get this win. You're right. I got to pick Seattle here. Russell, the Hustle, my boy from Wisconsin, going to get it. He's been playing tremendous. He should be in the talks of MVP if he isn't right now. Okay, what?
No.
What? After the injury to Patrick Mahomes?
Nevermore.
But that's who I like here in this game. I don't want them to win. I need them to lose, to be honest with you, to the Ravens, so Green Bay can be up there at the number 1 spot in the NFC conference. But I think this is going to be a damn good game of the week, and also give me Russell the Hustle.
Our Sunday night game is a division game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, both at 3-3. I think this might be for the lead in the division. I'm not real sure.
It is.
I could be wrong, yeah. But the Cowboys are still ranked pretty high in all aspects over the Eagles here. I think the Eagles are actually a much better team this year than the Dallas Cowboys. They're not seeming to figure out what the fuck they got going over there in Dallas right now. I just don't know. I think the Eagles take this one, pull ahead in that division, and get them winning over the Cowgirls there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick the Eagles, but I got the Eagles as well because they lost to the Vikings last week. Dallas has dropped 3 games in a row and gave the first win to the Jets last week. You joking me? You dropped one to the Jets and Sam Darnold? They have Sam Darnold, Le'Veon Bell, and a pretty decent defense. That's about it. I like the Eagles as well here. Their coach actually said he guarantees a win this week, and I sure hope he does because I hate the Cowboys. But I like the Eagles in this matchup. They will take the division lead, like you said. All right, last game we got. A fucking boring-ass Monday Night Football game, if you ask me. You got the undefeated Patriots to have the easiest schedule in the NFL versus the now unwinless, they have 1 win in their column, Jets.
Yeah, somehow they came out with that awesome win against the Dallas Cowboys, which I don't know how the fuck they did that. But this week, Sam Darnold is back.
Back from mono.
I don't think that matters, even with them being at home. The Patriots are basically ranked in the top in every fucking aspect there is right
Besides
now
rushing.
with this kick-ass schedule. But the Patriots will take the Jets in this one. I bet you can count on it.
Well, I don't think Tom Brady's playing his best football this year. I don't know why, but I think if the Jets can beat the Cowboys, they might have the chance. Hang on, this is football. Anybody can win a game here. Look, they just beat the Dallas Cowboys that clearly on paper and the eye test are a way better team than the Jets. I think the Jets are going to come in here and give them their first loss. It's at Jets. That defense is not bad. It's ranked 19th.
Wow. You heard that here on the Heated Waves podcast. Mr. Bradley said the Jets are going to give the Patriots their first loss.
I just feel like they're going to because, look, the Bills could hang with them. I get the Bills have a better offense than the Jets do, but Jets might actually get this game. I have faith in this pick for some reason, and I just believe in it because Tom Brady can't just keep winning. He's not going to just keep winning based on his defense, like we were talking about earlier.
Usually when they lose a game, have you ever noticed it's usually to like a division team?
Or somebody
like Miami who sucks dick, or the Jets who suck. It's like, so you're beating this team that's like number 2 in the league, and yet you lose a fucking division game and they suck?
That's what they do. I love the Jets here. Give me down for the Jets.
So that ends the Monday night game there.
Let's go
for
Jets.
that pick. This is the Heated Waves podcast. I'm your boy T-Ball. Thanks for tuning in to the Week 7 picks there.
Yep. Thank you guys again. We appreciate it so much. Obviously, I'm Mr. Bradley. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And like you said, subscribe, like, share, comment. Send us any kind of voicemails or video voicemails. Doesn't matter. We love it. We like answering questions. We like to throw our opinion on some of the stuff whenever you guys ask questions. Don't forget, Jets are going to get that game with the Patriots. And, yeah. Heated Waves, baby. Peace.